Hello everybody, I'm Duncan from the LAWR Lounge, and today we're going to talk a bit about CobbleStone and the T-sided strategies this time. This first part 1 of CobbleStone tutorial on smokes, nades, flashes, Molitovs. Not so much nades because those are kind of, you throw those to where people are going to be and you can just kind of modify that to what you want it to be basically. But first off, we're going to talk about B. I would recommend B for your starting round. And the main reason for that is because, especially in silver, people probably aren't going to check nades and stuff to counter you from getting B. And they probably don't know because they're probably new at the map. That, if you check the Molotov there, that, and stuff. I'll talk about that on the CT map, which will be in part 2, which will be uploaded the same time, basically. I'll do it right after this one. And basically, what this one does is it Molotovs. Whoops, what the hell? If they do have a smoke down them, if you're coming here, you want to, somebody's going elevator, and it's just down there. Careful, it's going to hit a bit up here in the beginning. But initially coming in, you can do a flash here, which I like doing most. I usually can use the back. You just basically aim at that wall. And a bit up so it's going to hit, so you know where it's going to hit. You can do it on an angle, so it's going to be better. If you don't know that one that well, you can stand right here, a bit above this kind of eye shape here. And just throw that one. Oops, I messed it up. It's a bit higher. It's just a bit above. Oops, I'm doing it wrong. Okay. You do it as you're going. As you're going up, you can do it at the top of the A. Just do it as you're pressing spacebar. Just do it quick with your mouse. You have your flashbang. And that's going to flash right here, right in the sky, right in the bushes. So everybody coming, it's going to flash everybody on coming to B site. So it's going to flash everybody, somebody coming, statue, or going that high. In the beginning round, I would have it. I would have flashes, and you can flash it off pretty easily. If you're in a higher ranking though, you probably want to use the smokes too, because those are pretty useful, especially that one. I think that one actually messed up. It went too high. No, it didn't. That one looks good. You just come over here and you get your smoke off. And you go in the middle of this thing. You can see by that thing, and you just aim in the middle of this little poppy or whatever it is. And as you're jumping, you just throw. That one actually went a bit high. No, it's good. You might chuck it way too close or too high and stuff, and if you do it as you're jumping or whatever and it hits right in the middle of the circle, that's not going to help you. It's going to smoke yourself off. That's going to actually give the CT people a chance to come out here, and they can play it here, which you don't want to do. So you want to make sure you can get that smoke. Maybe practice some of these before you go into competitive, or do it in casual, I don't know. Sorry, okay. You can also do it off this box, and that's good. It's going to flash right here, or right over there. Usually it's going to hit actually right here. If you do it there. And it's going to bounce off this wall, and it's going to explode right down here. Right in this area. And that's going to get this guy a bit for a little bit. If I just slow and show you. It's going to get this guy for a second. And this guy is going to get even more. He's going to get flashed for a very long time. And when that smoke's there, and he might even do it up here because he's so big, and you can just easily get him. But he's probably going to push back here, so you can have people up here who can check Molotovs down. Nobody's playing here. If nobody's playing in here, you can go through window. The next smoke we're going to talk about is from back here when you have HUD clear, and I'll talk about how to clear that. You basically just check a smoke over there, right there, and people here are probably going to go through window. So that's good if you have somebody in here, so they can pick it people off. Here, somebody might be waiting back here for backup, or over here. You could come through here and get rotators. You can put lurkers wherever you want and modify these smokes and flashes to whatever strategy. I'm just going to basically talk about what you want to do and how the smokes are going to basically affect how you should basically play the site. For the back guy playing HUT, you can easily just aim above here and just do a running one. It's going to actually go inside the hut and a bit outside, so they're going to have to get out of the hut completely either this way, or they're going to rush through here and they're going to have very low health like I just did because I didn't have my God mode on. So they're going to either, so you want to look out for that, whichever round it is. Silvers, you probably just need flashes if you want to do anything higher ranking, like nobles or whatever. You want to do most of the smokes and stuff, just because that's going to probably help you more, especially in pistol. We'll talk about A later, but B, I think that's it for B, really. They will throw counter stuff here, but, you know, you might want to wait until you do your smokes, essentially, because if you do it at the same time as these ones, they're both going to run out at the same time, so it's basically an even fight, and you don't want that, really. Even if it is a 2-on-4, which isn't even, but still they're already in position, then you're going to have people probably at statue if you don't do when you're coming in, and they've actually set up, you might have somebody playing statue. I told you how to get rid of the hut person. Statue, this area is going to be clear, so if you actually play them and you have people up here, you're just going to overthrow these two people here. This guy's probably going to go back here. If he pushes out here, you can get him too. And then you basically have sight. When you're coming up though, and the bomb carrier, if they haven't used their smoke, they just put one here, or somebody should, whoever has a smoke. Because that's only two. There and there. That's two. You still have two more smokes if everybody has one. Bomb planter can plant here. It just gives him more option, because if this guy does push through the smoke, or this guy, you can see the smoke from here is going to make him, he can go to rock, basically. And he could do that, or he can go back to drop zone all the way around. But he's probably going to come to rock or something to try and get through here, and you can easily take him out. You can blow smoke, so it gives the bomb planter more option. Yes, he can use the statue. If you only have two smokes, I'd recommend those, because you can still play statue and stuff. You can just have somebody who's that doesn't come out, essentially. And that's all you really need to do. For B, let's, if you have questions about B, just leave them in the comments. If you have questions about anything. Let's go over to A site. Okay, here we are at A site, and basically what we're going to do is talk about the flash and stuff, and where you should basically position people. I would have at least two people here. I usually have, I'd say two there, maybe three, and then two people can push long. You only really need two people, and then one more person. If you know there's like both people from A, or there's two people A, I'd put three down here. And if there's not, and you only see like one person at least, I'd put three up here. It all depends on how the game is really played. How people play, really. But for here, courtyard, which is before catwalk, you want to take your gun out because people can make it there. And then you just want to wait a bit and see if they come. Like, just wait a bit and see if they come. If not, just kind of reposition yourself. And make sure, just keep watching that, because somebody could come there anytime. You want to be worried about that. If you do see them and you don't get the pick or whatever, or if they're wounded, they're probably going to come up here or they're going to go back. It's likely you're going to have a player here, and what you're going to do is you just want to flash him. And actually, there's a really good example of when I did this. The guy who was playing up here, he ran he just came like this. This is basically what he did. He saw the flash, and he did get flashed. He didn't turn around. They can turn around or they get flashed. If they turn around, it's good, because once you do that flash, you just turn the corner. You get the pick. If you look up here, it's going to be in a kind of weird spot. It's going to be... And when you turn the corner, you just have to be wary right there. That's where their head's going to be.
Guys, I tell you, we kill them all!
When you do turn this corner, look at this. Like, boom. They're going to get flashed or whatever. And this actually happened to me. This guy who's playing here, he got flashed because I could see when he ran this way. He just came running and just flashed his gun while he's just shooting there while running. That's horrible. That's just horrible because not only would he probably not hit me, he might though. He had an M4 though, so M4A4, and he was just like blasting like this. He wasn't blind, he was just blasting and running this way, basically running back, and he just ran away. You can see if you were standing right here, which I was, I saw him running away, and he was running away, and it's easy, just get that pick if he runs away. I don't think I got him though, because it was such a surprise that he went running at me. I just kind of saw him. I was like about to turn this corner and I saw him running that way, blasting his gun. So you want to be kind of careful of that if they come running and get blind. They're just like, you want to check this area up here, because you can get boosted here, so that means 2 people are around this area, so he's probably going to be in here, or he's going to be over there. So if he's here, you can just flash out, basically, if you wanted to. You could do like a medium one, and that's gonna go right there. And if he's watching there, or you could do like a throw one that's going to land right at the bottom of the staircase, and that's going to get him too if he's watching this area. And if not, he's going to turn around. So then you just, you do the same thing. You're either going to run that way or something, and or you can just turn the corner and get the headshot. Depending on where they are, right? It doesn't really matter that much. But also, they might smoke off this area. It's very likely if they're running back and they're wounded, they're just going to smoke that off quickly. I'll talk about that on CT, what you can do and stuff. They might do stuff, but you just have to be wary of that. If they do chuck nades and stuff, you want to get away from that. I wouldn't recommend coming in and CobbleStone though. Always go B because you get there faster than them, especially in silver. Just do B and stops working, then do an A. So when you have this area clear, this is important for lots of smokes that you see in some of the videos. But this one doesn't last that long because by the time you push here, you gotta check everything. There's going to still be people playing here. That's going to smoke this off. You can throw it a bit farther. If you do a running one, it's going to smoke here. If you do the same one but you run, it's going to go. And you do a quick, a bit higher, and you do a running one. It's going to go right through, and that's going to go right in there, and it's just going to block this area. But if you want to do window, and if you know this one, you can do it. Like where you stand back here and you move up a bit, and then you throw that one. If you know that one pretty well, then do it. But it messes up so many times. I go to that one. That one didn't really work for me. I'm surprised it even got in the window. I thought I actually did it for the first time, but But what you want to do is you stand at the wall here by the fence, and you aim at this second line, and you want to aim it to this cone. You see the cone of the tower here? You want to aim at the end here, and you just want to match it up with this one. It's pretty easy if you just come here and you just look down and just kind of go, yeah. And then windows smoked off. That one might have been bad. Yeah, I kind of rushed that one. More there. Yeah. That's going to do it. That's not going to do it. I guess I'm too close. Yeah, you don't want to be back here. When you do it, you want to be kind of more in, so you can see the hut there. And then you just want to I usually Molotov it though. You can see that one worked out pretty damn well. You just want to be further into this place here, probably where this hay starts coming out, and then just do it. That was a bit to the right. That's going to smoke it off the second. Well, both of them did that actually, so it doesn't really matter. That's just how good it is. The CT has a smoke here, which is directly. That's what I'm going to do. You can chuck nades and stuff. You just have to think of what the map looks like. And as you can see, that's going to need these areas. I don't think I have God mode on, do I? No, it reset because of the map. But basically, if you have a mental mind, you can chuck nades in areas where you think it might be there. You can check it against the wall here, and that's going to go right into this area. So if they're playing in here, they're basically Molitovs or whatever. I threw nades over here because if they start getting naded and flash, they're probably going to back off the truck. And then there is smokes per truck you can do, but, you know, I don't really, like, you basically aim over there for the truck. You aim at the top of there. And that's basically the truck one. But, you know, you might not have somebody playing truck, so that just smokes out that area. And if you're coming in and they're like a sniper, though, which is pretty likely, you can just chuck one there. If you're coming through, just chuck one here, and then you can all go here and stuff, and you can just go through. You're going to that smoke, you're going to that smoke, you can plant it. If they're still there, I like doing this, where the smoke's here right now, but, you know, I have a visual out, so you can basically do it pretty well. That one went right up on top, and nobody even plays there. Basically, you just aim into the sky in this bush, basically, and that's going to go right in there. And I think that's better because it's going to injure them, and they're going to come out of it, basically. So they're going to jump out the window like a retard and just go, whoa, and play truck, and then you might have truck already smoked off. Or they're going to come out here, and then they're going to come door. So basically, it's 2 smokes you need at least. You can smoke off more of truck if you wanted to, or you could smoke it off from here pretty easily. But you don't really need to do more than that. Like, you need 2 smokes, that's about it. The other ones are basically ones you can use. The people underpass here, if you do an A, you can have lurkers wherever you want. I'd recommend they go in the middle, though. Like roam drop zone, because then people might just not even give a care. They might just run all the way through here. So you can have a lurker there. But that's basically it for A. Then you just come into sight. You get it. You can make 3 more smokes if you want. You want to check back here, though. That's the thing I forgot to talk about, is back there. You can check a Molotov back there. And people will hide back here. You'll have ninjas or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, I'll just hide right here. But if you Molotov, you're going to run right the hell out of there. Or they're going to be like jumping on these flaming boxes and be like getting damaged, and they're just going to come in the open. So basically, you just need to chuck something back there if you want to. And that's just going to get them all if they're on the box. They might still be here and be like, oh, no, they still take damage here, so even you're going to have to see how to do that. You can nade it, you can do whatever, but they're going to probably come out of there if you Molotov it, most likely, or they're going to die. That's basically it. They either die in there, or they throw their smoke down if they have it, and then that's kind of obvious that somebody's there if you throw a Molotov and the smoke goes down. Nobody on your team threw smoke. You probably just want to go in there and shoot it up. I'd just take it off, and he's basically done. He's going to either come out or he's going to die in there. Anywhere you're going to die. And you might have like people running around down here on the C2 side being idiots. You know, just take them out. If they're down there, you're up here. It's going to be advantage for you. You want to keep calm when you're shooting too. You don't want to be like recoil at them, because then if another guy comes, you're going to be reloading still and stuff. So kind of bursty stuff, I'd say more. Whatever is better for you, basically. Whatever you think's better. In that case, you want to look out for the window guy, though. If somebody on your team's like, oh, somebody's window, don't come back here and do the radiator smoke, man. That's gonna. I've done this before, where I come back and I'm like, oh shit, I better smoke door. I forgot to, and then I get killed because somebody's already here. And they rotated from A or whatever, and nobody was underpass or something like that. If you're here and you know door's not smoked, you can just hit it off this thing literally, and it's just going to go in there, and it's going to be even better because they're not even going to come into door. They have to go through this smoke and they might get lost or whatever, but they might come through, and then you can just see them and go. Somebody might be on top of this car and watching underpass though, so you want to be, especially if they're a sniper. That's kind of what I do sometimes.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
that's not really going to help them. So they can chuck flashes and stuff, because there might be people around this corridor in the ramp, but I don't think so. That's about it for the T-side strategies you can do. If you have more questions, you can modify any of these. I haven't really talked about the lurkers here, but I put them through here, you know, or you can have them in B, and they could get rotators and stuff like that. You can just modify it to whatever suits your, if you're pre-made team leader or whatever, or if you just have a distinguished team leader in your random group, that's perfectly fine. If you have questions about other maps you want to see, just comment them.